morning, my lovely Leos. I'm Jessica from Willow Vine's Intuitive Vibes. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I will be doing the X spread for you and your ex, or whoever's on your mind. You could have been married, it could have been a long-standing commitment, just off and on, you just dated, or it just could be somebody from your past that you're thinking about. Anyone on your mind, really. I call it an ex spread because it actually is supposed to be, regarding your ex and the ex that you're thinking about or whoever's thinking about you. Um, and it's usually the most recent one, not always, but I don't know why. I don't normally say that. But anyways, I also put it in an X formation, so that's another reason why I call it the X spread. Um, and this is going to be your side, Leo. I almost said Pisces. I don't know if you're dealing with a Pisces or not. Could be for some. Anyways, this is your side, Leo, and this is the person that you're thinking about or dealing with, your ex. But energies, they tend to flip flop, so it could be vice versa, so pick a side. Um, and while I was pre shuffling, I did get free yourself multiple times. Um, I kind of get the sense that you're trying to, it's like out with the old and in with the new. It's like you don't want to keep repeating cycles with people, places, or things. Um, you know what you want, or you're getting there. If you don't know exactly what you want, you're to that point where um, you're figuring it out. Like you're narrowing things down enough where you're just, this energy is too heavy. I'm done with it. Is what I feel. So some of you are going to be following your dreams and going after something new or someone new. And the energy that I initially got was releasing dead weight, so that's pretty much what I said. All right, so central energies for Leo and X. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Well, that's not the best start, but actually it kind of is, because if you are aware enough to recognize patterns, like I was saying, like going through something over and over again, like ending that cycle, you're learning that lesson. So now as you learn those lessons, you can recognize the warning signs so you don't get wrapped up in the same crap over and over. Um, this could be vice versa. You both could be feeling this way about each other, or you're feeling this way about them, or they're feeling this way about you. And I keep hearing Pisces, so I really feel there could be a Pisces involved here. That could be a third party. Maybe that's why you guys split up and the Pisces is the issue. Or your ex is a Pisces, or you have Pisces in your chart. I don't know, but it keeps popping up. So I feel like somebody's dealing with one in some way, shape, or form. If not, just ignore it. I don't normally do the signs. And then we have unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So yeah, somebody's definitely sick of the bearing all the weight. Sick of the fight. They don't. I feel like you're giving up, or they are. What is in Leo's mind? How do they think about this ex person of theirs, or whoever's on their mind? Oh, we have two. Okay, we have attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So you're highly attracted to this person that you have on your mind. I mean, attraction can only go so far. It can lead to intimacy and all that, but it doesn't, solidify a relationship. But you are attracted to them. And you also have engagement on your mind. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So whether or not you want to get engaged to this person, and based off of the energy at the beginning of this read, I'm going to say that maybe some of you are still thinking about, reconnecting with this person and being committed to them. But I get more of a sense that it's either you were engaged to this person or you were married to this person and you're thinking about everything that happened with your time together. Like, you could be reliving the red flags, Yeah, because I don't feel like this is something. I feel like you want a commitment. You want to move forward with somebody. I don't know if that somebody is in your life yet, but I don't know if it's this person that you're thinking about. I almost feel like something was done here in this relationship that is making either you or them fear commitment. It's like you want it, but you almost feel like it's doomed to fail, I guess. So, but I don't feel like that's true. I feel like that's a fear. And you guys are definitely separated right now. All right, what is on Leo's ex's mind? On the person that they're thinking about? What is on their mind? What are they thinking about regarding this situation? Or what's on their mind in general? On their side. Please, Spirit. One, I think it's this one. Playfulness. I can't talk. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. I told you I can't read apparently either. So they want to have fun. And I kind of feel like you were more committed than them. It's either you were more committed than they were and more serious about the relationship, the union, whatever, and they were taking it lightly. They were just, having a good time. Um like, why do we have to label stuff? Like, I love you, I'm here, we're together, but do we really need that label? I kind of just got that from this. Like I said, vice versa. So one of you is just having a good time or wants to have a good time, or they could be thinking this about you, like they're not very serious. Leo didn't take this as seriously as I did. But I kind of get the sense that you were more on the serious side. Not saying you can't be playful, but I feel like with this person, with this relationship, you wanted engagement. You probably could have been. You wanted, the white picket fence, the happily ever after, and you were ready to settle down, and this person just wasn't. And then we have healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So I keep going to this side. So I feel like, oh my gosh, I'm moving everything. I'm just like, I'm a mess today, I swear. Anywho, I feel like this person kind of laughs off important things. Like, when they get nervous or things aren't going right, they joke about it. And sometimes you don't find that very funny because you're trying to be serious, and it's almost like, do you ever take anything seriously? I get that, but I kind of feel like it's a defense mechanism for this individual because they had to make light of difficult situations, um, in the household where they grew up. I know, for example, this sounds whatever. I've gone through a lot of stuff, and I don't want to like air out all my dirty laundry, but I do plan on diving into that at a later time. But anyways, I grew up in a household like when my dad would make threats or, want to hit us with a bell or, oh my gosh, whatever. Like, when he was angry, I would start laughing. And not because I found it funny, because I was scared shitless. Like, and then of course it was worse because you think that's funny, and then you got punished worse. But, yeah, maybe this person dealt with things like that in their childhood, or you did. So you have this grandiose sense of humor to the point where people don't think you take anything seriously, even though you do. Anyway, how does are you dealing with the Pisces? Oh my goodness, this is crazy. I'm sorry, excuse me, Leo. All right, we're gonna start that shuffle over. How does Leo feel about their ex or this person that they're thinking about? What are their feelings? Leo, Leo, Leo. What is Leo's feelings? Oh. Well, Leo, you have passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So you're a very passionate, caring, loving person. You have a lot of emotion for this person. It's almost like I feel like you truly loved this individual. Like you gave it a solid effort, maybe multiple times. But every single time they came back with more crap, and you're like, ugh, I feel like it started off slow, like, I've changed, and then you'd start noticing red flags, and you're like, no, I don't think you have, and then it would lead to a separation again. It's kind of on and off, I feel, might be for some, um, but I get the sense that you don't want this person back. It's almost like sometimes love isn't enough. You can truly love somebody and have feelings for them, but that doesn't mean the relationship is going to work, and it doesn't mean that you're good for each other. And I think that you know that, and I think that you feel that. It's like, I love you, I care about you, I wish you well, I hope things get better for you, but I can't be with you. I need to take my love, my passion, and everything that I have to offer and redirect it to somebody else, to a different situation, or even to yourself. But I feel like you do love yourself. Like, I don't feel like you're depressed or like sad about this. It might be, I think you're used to it, so you're complacent with it. It's like, this is just how it goes, and you're finally dropping the burden of it. Because you can't fix them, and you know this. They have to do it themselves. And then we have release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So, yeah, I feel like you're going to release your ex. If this isn't you, then they're doing that to you. And you're the one that, um, is very lighthearted and not taking things as seriously. But I'm reading it as if this is you. Whichever resonates with you. Obviously, these reads cannot resonate with every single Leo out there. So if this isn't your story, if none of it makes any sense to you, it's not your story. Please check your other zodiac signs, watch those videos for more information, or check out a different reader. There's so many of us out here that one of us is bound to tap into your energy. Um, and if you do subscribe to the channel and like and interact with me, your energy will be part of it. That's just like, I wanted to say common law, but that's not what I want. That's not what I mean. Your energy follows wherever you are. I guess we can just put it that way. So, how your ex feels. Let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. So they could be controlling. That could be some of the red flags here. Maybe they grew up in a controlling household where, like I used the father figure as an example a moment ago. Maybe the father ruled the roost and was very demanding, and when they were growing up. So you kind of do what you know. That could be for someone. I feel like this person has a lot of chaos in their life to the point where it's almost like they can't control anything. So they latch on to whatever they can control. And sometimes that could be another person. That could have been you. They could have been very controlling or tried to be. Because I get the sense that if they did control you at any point, you knew what was happening and you let it happen. Almost like, I'll give this one to you. Like, I'll let you have this. It's not worth the fight. So it's almost like you were pretending to let them have the upper hand sometimes. But yeah, this person definitely needs to release some anxieties and childhood issues. And then we have give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. So, like I said, I feel like there is love here. And if you guys do come back together again, I don't see it happening anytime soon. And if it does, it's not going to last. Because this person hasn't done any of the inner work that they need to do. Like, they're still up to their old ways, up to their old tricks. They might come in and say that they have done this, this, and this, and worked on that, and that they're better than they were, and they would never do this again or that again or whatever. But they're not being honest. They haven't done anything. They're just telling you what you want to hear, and I think you know it. Especially if there's already been communication. But once this person releases this energy and does the inner work, I feel like this relationship could work, especially if you're both open to it. I don't feel like this is dead in the water. I feel like someone just needs to be more self-reliant and take control of their own life, not somebody else's. What is the outcome for Leos? For Leos in this situation? I feel it's like 50-50. I feel like half of you guys are going to take this person back and the other half aren't. But like I said, the ones that do take them back, I don't know. The only way it will last is if somebody does the work. If you guys work together as a team and also work on yourselves. You know what I mean? Like, it can't just be 100% the both of you. You have to have your time to do your hobbies, your things, whatever. And they need to do the same, Sometimes in relationships, people just get caught up in each other to the point that they forget about themselves. And then when that person leaves, or if they leave, or if things go bad, they feel so lost because they were relying on that other person for their happiness. And that is a huge responsibility to put onto somebody. Huge, huge, huge. Like, that's a burden that I wouldn't want to bear. And maybe some of you, that is the burden that you're trying to drop. Like, I cannot be your happiness. I cannot be your strength 100%. Yes, I'll be here to support you, and I want to make you laugh, and I want to make you happy, and I love you, and you want to be um a unit, like partnered together. You don't want to absorb them and vice versa. It's like, I can't be everything to you. You have to have something else. They could be very codependent too. And if that's the case, I really feel like there was an issue, like I said, in childhood where maybe they didn't get the attention that they needed. Alright, outcome. And then we'll clarify. because the story can always change with that. And then the outcome is children. Your love life is being affected by children. It very well could go back to childhood, like I said, for one or both of you. Maybe you guys can relate to each other, and maybe that's why you have stuck around for so long, because you do know what they went through, and you can relate to a degree. Or even if you can't relate, you understand. And I don't want to call them a charity case, but it's like you want to help, and there's nothing wrong with that. Um, it's like there's some bumps in the road here, but I really don't feel like it's anything detrimental. And then with children, maybe, I don't know, I'm not going to dive into that yet. I'm just going to stick with the past childhood thing because, I mean, not everybody's pregnant and all that, and not everybody has children. You could want them with this person, or they could want them with you. Here I am saying I'm not going to say it, and then I say it. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. I think somebody needs to start talking. They have something on their mind. And it could very well be either an Aquarius or something they really want, something they're hoping for, they're wishing for. Some of you might be wishing for children. Some of you really might want to start a family, and maybe the other person doesn't or didn't. They could have children with somebody else, or you could have them with somebody else. Children are involved here in some way. So I feel like the childhood issues, maybe somebody's afraid to start a family because they don't want their kids to go through the same things that they did. It could be something like that. And if there are children within this relationship, I feel like they're stepchildren to either you or the other person. I don't feel like you guys have children together yet. Oh, then we have children. Okay, so let's see. Pay attention to the red flags. What is this about for Leo? Leo. Pay attention to the red flags. Please clarify. Seven of Swords. That's being sneaky, lying, cheating, stealing, deception. So somebody's not being fully honest here. Like, it could be as simple as you're not being honest with yourself about how you truly feel about this other person, or them, like them to you, or somebody was doing something sneaky behind your back, or you were doing this to them. And there you are, strength. Yeah, so I feel like they might have done something sneaky to you, and you have some stuff to say to them. Like, you kind of want to just unload it all. Yeah, but you haven't yet. You're trying to get the courage to do it, because I kind of get the sense that you want to communicate how you feel about whatever happened in the past, this deceptive behavior, your feelings, what have you. But you're afraid of what they're gonna say to you, or what the outcome's gonna be. Like, are they gonna leave forever? Are they gonna hate me? Are they never gonna talk to me again? Are they gonna, I don't know, do something behind my back to hurt me for saying what I need to say? Huh. Can I get one more? Eight of Cups. Walking away. Excuse me. This person might have just snuck away in the middle of the night. they could have snuck around at night with other people. But if they didn't do that, I feel like it was an abrupt ending. Maybe you felt it coming or saw it coming or they did, but somebody just snuck out, like just. I feel like you knew that this was coming though. You were just waiting for it to happen. You were just waiting for them to do it. Maybe they threatened it a lot. And then one day they're just like, all right, and then they did it. And you're like, what? You know, we had all these empty threats before and now you're actually doing it. That could be for some. Attraction and engagement for Leo's. Thoughts about their ex, please? Oh, well, in your thoughts, you're stressing out. Yeah. Do you still love this person? I feel like they caused you a lot of anxiety, though. Like, with their antics, with whatever they did, whatever they used to say, their actions, like not taking things seriously, stepping out and leaving, that's not taking something very seriously. Leaving you single, leaving you to your own devices when maybe you guys were engaged and they broke the promise. Or you could have been married and they could have just walked out and now you're stressed out and don't know what to do because, you changed your name and everything else and you had joint assets and whatnot and now that could be stressing you out. Not saying that you're not capable because you totally are and you're probably doing just fine. In all actuality, this is all mental. Like it could be a lot of worry surrounding it. Wondering if they're ever going to change their ways and come back. Can I get one more for engagement and attraction? Thoughts, please. I don't know about you guys, but I kind of feel like I need a nap all of a sudden. I don't know. I was fine a little bit ago. And then we have Four of Pentacles. That's holding on to something, holding back, not letting go. You need to release this anxiety. You need to release whatever's bothering you about this person, whatever they did, whatever they didn't do. Because sometimes, with the let go of control issues, it could be all the things you wish they did, but they didn't. All these swords represent thoughts, and that's a lot of thoughts. And you're holding on to them tight. I mean, you might be having a hard time sleeping or it could be affecting your dreams, but I feel like you're hiding this too. You might be like when you get to your breaking point, I guess you could be getting snappy with people and they're like, "Oh, what's going on?" Because you're really good at hiding how you feel. It's like on a regular basis, nobody knows that you're thinking about this stuff unless you tell them, but you're pretty good at holding back. But I really feel like you need to let this go. Well, okay. Yeah. You need to communicate with them. You need to speak your truth. You need to say how you feel. Get it off your chest. Let go of that. Because regardless of the outcome between you and this individual, it's going to make you feel better. You're going to get it off your chest. And then you can slowly release those swords one by one so that you feel lighter and freer. You definitely need to lighten the load. You're stressed out. You've been carrying a lot around with you. I feel like this person's contributed to it, but I don't feel like they're the whole problem. Like all the burdens you're carrying, it's not all their fault. Yes, some probably are, but not all. Alright, playfulness, please. Leo's ex, what are they thinking? Why is playfulness Nope. I almost thought that was it. Alright. There we go. Oh. Ten of Swords. Tens are endings. This is betrayal, being stabbed in the back, being hurt. It could be, you might be cutting them off, and they're gonna feel this ending. They're gonna feel it. And they might turn it around on you and blame you, but some of these could be lies too. Like, I don't know why I get this, but I feel like they did this to themselves. This could be their own thoughts, like self-sabotage. There we go. Like I said, not taking things seriously, being laughing at everything. I don't feel like you stabbed them in the back like this, or somebody else. Maybe it's stuff that people said in the past, like in their childhood growing up and whatnot, that they're holding on to, and they just don't feel good enough. Like they built this wall up to the point where it's next to impossible to let anybody in because they don't want to get hurt. They don't want to feel like this, but they're feeling like this, and they did it to themselves. I feel so much effort here, like so much worry. You tried very hard, and you just don't know what to do anymore. It's like if you can't help yourself and you keep doing the things that you're doing, we can't be together. This is definitely self-sabotage for either you or them, whichever side you're on. And I think it's because they don't feel like they're worthy of love. They feel like there's something missing in there that they need to heal. They definitely need to heal. Can I get one more? What is this Ten of Swords about? With playful. Yep. And the Hangman. They feel stuck. It's like, it's almost like they know what they need to do. They just don't really know how to go about it. They're keeping themselves stuck. There's nothing you can do to fix this situation with this person, because they need to get themselves out of it. They need to get out of this mentality, this self-sabotaging mentality, in order to move forward with a relationship, because I don't feel like they have a lot of self-love here. Yeah, this is karmic. This is supposed to happen like this. This is a lesson they need to learn. I feel like you are very good for them and they know it. And this is hurt. This hurts. Yeah, they need to take a break, meditate, think about it. Think of, they need to heal. They need to rest. All right, passion. Why is passion here? For Leo's feelings for their ex. Seven of Cups. Options, not having clarity. I feel it's not having clarity. You don't, it's more like, no, it's more like confusion. Like you don't know what to do. You might have many options. Like people might be hitting you up all the time because you are attractive and you seem to be like a very sweet, kind-hearted individual, at least whoever I'm reading this for. But I feel like you have a lot of passion for this past person, whoever you're thinking of. So it's almost like you want to move forward and move on and move away from it, but you don't at the same time. You were happy for the most part. All the good times were really great. Like, but I do think that you're thinking about being passionate with somebody else. I don't think you've done it yet. Maybe some of you have, but I feel like you're thinking about it. And then we have temperance. This could be reconciliation, healing, balance. Just trying to figure things out, which is what you're doing. It's kind of what I said before, except it's almost like you're torn. Should I stay or should I go? Should I heal the situation? Should we reconcile? Should I wait until this person is healed? Like that's what you do when you love someone, right? Like that's what I get. Like I don't want to let this kind of passion, this kind of love, this kind of emotion die because of something something that is out of somebody's control or that you feel is out of their control. You're torn. You don't know if you want to go back or not. I feel like part of you does. And you're very defensive about it. Like you're standing your ground on, especially when it comes to people coming in quickly, like making you offers. Um, they could be, in and out energies, coming in for a good time, and you're just like, nah, you're fighting everybody off right now because you're thinking, thinking about what to do. Oh. And then let go of control issues is clarified by karma. I said karma earlier too. I mean, the majority of lessons in life are karmic, good, bad, or indifferent, but I feel like this, like I said before, this is a lesson that this person needs to learn. They need to learn that they cannot control everything in life. Um, they can only control their own actions, thoughts, feelings, what have you. And if they really want to make something work and do it and move forward in a positive light, then they need to do the work. They need to let go of what they can't control. And what happened in their past is something they can't control. That wasn't their actions, that was somebody else's. Um, they can control their own thoughts and being in this stuck energy, self-sabotaging themselves. They need to get out of this cycle. They need to free themselves from this cycle so that they can move forward, so that they can move on and have a new passionate beginning with you or with somebody else. But because this is about you and them, I'm going to say with you. It's like you guys both want each other, but you don't know what to do. You want to communicate how you feel and how much this bothers you, and they're just like, I feel like if you're afraid, you're holding back this communication because you know what their reaction's going to be. It's almost like if you say what's bothering you, they're going to turn it around like, I know I'm stupid. I know I shouldn't have done that. Or they're going to make you feel guilty about what they've done. It's like reversing the roles. Like, I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense, but. And then we also have Seven of Wands. Again, I did see that just a moment ago, but that's standing up for what you believe in. That's being on the defense. Like, this person does not want to let go of the control that they have in their life. I feel like it's all they have. Like, and even if it's not literally all they have right now, it's all they had growing up. And it's exhausting. I mean, they're mentally trapped. Like, this woman, she's blindfolded, and all these swords, all these thoughts surround her. And she feels like she can't free herself from them. She can, but it just takes some work. And I don't feel like this person is putting in that work right now. And it's just a merry-go-round of stress, of all the not so pleasant things in their life going back or around and around and around. Why is children here for the outcome? Children here for the outcome for Leo and their ex. Nope. Okay. We have Page of Swords, Somebody could be watching, spying. This is also a younger energy, immature communication, someone being childish here. Like I said, with the fear of communication, they might not receive your truth in a positive light. They might be defensive about it and turn it around like in a manipulative kind of way to make you feel bad for even bringing it up. Um, yeah, I feel like this is small communication. This is someone being immature. And then we have the Five of Cups. And I feel like it's due to depression. Like, either this person, I feel like they're depressed. They're upset about something. And, I mean, you could be too. But I feel like it's different. I feel like if you're mourning the loss of the relationship, you're not devastated. You're not in the Ten of Swords energy. I mean, yeah, you're in the nine to the 10, but, and you can stay in that for a while. So I feel like this is more worry and, what's going to happen? Should I stay? Should I go? Should I try? Should I fight? Should I leave? Should I walk away? Like, these are all the what ifs going on in your head. And then over here, they're sad, they're depressed, they feel defeated, and they pretty much did it to themselves in their own head. And neither one of you, well, more so them, are focused on this new union, either with somebody else, like the potential to start something new with somebody else, or to start over, to rekindle, to pick these cups up and, pour water back into them, but you're just too worried about what has already dumped out. And that could be why the communication is on the immature side, because somebody's just, they're living in the past. Somebody's living in the past here, either you or them. Um, Somebody isn't over something. Some of it could have been from the relationship, but I feel like this goes back to childhood. This is deeper than that. It might have caused problems within the relationship, but it didn't stem from the relationship. Um, and then we have the Fool at the bottom of the deck, taking a leap of faith, a new beginning, starting over. If you don't choose to do that, like to move away from this and release your ex, or they don't, I mean, it could be trying this again, but I really feel like for your own sanity, you should go like in a new direction and see what happens, because that will give them time to heal as well. And it's not saying that they'll never come back around. Whatever's meant to be will be, but um they definitely have some stuff that they need to work on, and maybe if you move on from them, they'll have time to do that. They'll see, like, they'll pay attention to the red flags. They'll be like, oh, look what I did, you know um I was a contributing factor to this, then they can work on stuff. Ow, I almost hit my hand. Yeah, I don't feel like you're going back to them with the Fool and the Nine of Pentacles. This is a very independent person. She or he gets shit done, basically, very driven, financially stable, happy in their own skin, just living life, and they don't need anybody. You might want somebody, but you don't need somebody. And I think that's the actual difference here is, this. You wanted this person. You knew that you didn't need them, but they actually needed you or somebody because they're afraid to be with their own thoughts. I'm going to put it that way. So, let's get some advice for Leo. And like I said before, they very well could be a Pisces, because I seriously almost just said it again. I mean, we do have some cups cards, but we have a lot of air here too. Yeah, we have a lot of air and cups. So it's a lot of thoughts. I feel like there's minimal communication. It's like you especially want to talk to this person, and explain things, but I think most of it is their thoughts, your thoughts, their thoughts. You guys are doing a lot of thinking. And I feel like you want to get away from any deceptive behaviors, and you want to, walk away from that and follow your dreams. You want that happily ever after. And I feel like you're going to actually take the steps towards that. Like, I don't see a bad outcome here. I feel like if you follow your dreams and go after what you want, you're going to be successful. And I feel like, and that's going to allow this person to heal whatever they need to heal within themselves too. Because regardless of if you guys get back together or not, or come back together, whether it's as lovers or friends, at least you can have the comfort knowing that they're working on things and that they are bettering themselves. Like, that's true love right there. It's like self-sacrificing. Your home is protected by angels. So you're protected. Whichever direction you decide to go in, if you're worried that you possibly can't support yourself on one income or whatnot, just kind of hold on to your money. Save what you can, even if it's like $10 here or there or whatever. But you're protected and things will work out. It's like, I don't know why I want to say this, but sometimes you gotta trudge through the puddle, even if you get mud on your pants. It's like once it dries, you just brush it off. I come up with some weird analogies, or they just pop in my head. I've never said that before. And then we have let go of fear now. I feel like this is for both of you, but mainly this side. This person needs to relinquish their fears so that they can work on themselves, so that they can get out of this self-sabotaging mentality. And you need to release the fear of either being on your own or hurting this person, because whatever you actually say to them, I don't feel like it's going to really hurt them. They might act like it is hurting them, like I said, turning it around to make you feel guilty, but ultimately I don't even think they're really listening. So I think if you got something to say what you need to say. I was singing that earlier. Say what you need to say. I can't sing, but that's okay. One more for Leo. That's funny, this was at the bottom of the deck and I almost just flipped it, but I was like, no, I gotta pull another one. Positive thoughts create positive results. Yes. And I think you know this. And I think that I don't know if you're fully trying to get out of this anxious, stressed out headspace, like overthinking things, maybe overthinking a lot of negative thoughts, past experiences with this person, what have you, whatever's stressing you out. I feel like you know that you need to release them so that you can bring this positivity into your life. So just try every time. This is what I do, and it's easier said than done, but every time I have a negative thought, I try to stop myself and say, like, what the hell are you doing? And redirect it with a positive thought. Like, almost like it's the same thought, but said in a positive way, I guess. I'm changing the perspective. And it does help. It works. It really does. But this person also needs to get out of this negative headspace, and whether it's with therapy, medication, just, doing it on their own, whatever they need to do. I feel like positive thoughts will really help. And focus upon divine and perfect health. So focus on you. I mean, mental health too. It's not just physical health. Your brain needs help too. If you're stressed out, that can cause a lot of physical ailments. I can tell you, I've had panic attacks. I even thought I was having a heart attack one time because I was just so wound up and so stressed out. So I know that feeling, and it can literally cause other health problems. So if you're that stressed out, just chill, relax, man. Anyways, yeah, so Leo, that is your reading, your X spread. Like I said before, if it doesn't resonate with you, I'm sorry, I apologize. I literally, it's impossible to have a reading resonate with every single Leo out there. Check your other signs, those videos, they might resonate better for you. I also have February monthly should be coming out hopefully this weekend. I have openings for personal readings. The information is in the box below to get to my website where all that is. And you can follow me on Facebook. Donations are always welcome. I am home from work today because I've had one crazy week. It's just my daughter. I've had some health issues with her, and I've missed a lot of time with that. But anywho, we're gonna move on from my bologna and Cheez-Its. Anyways, I hope this helps somebody. I really, really do. And I wish you all the best. And I can't wait to see you next time. Enjoy your day.